Hello again. I'm Colleen Pilar, the host of the Unleashed at Work and Home podcast, author of 3 books on dog behavior, and a coach trained in the science of helping humans thrive. Welcome to video number 2 of my free workshop, Resilience 101, helping pet professionals quickly learn to manage their stress and find more joy so that you can continue making a difference without burning yourself out. In this video, I'm going to help you learn how to navigate your emotions so that you can experience less stress at work and bring less work stress home. So if you're new to learning about behavior and you aren't sure where to start, or you've tried a million strategies and can't figure out why you keep getting stuck in negative thoughts and being really hard on yourself, this video has the answers. You'll discover how pet professionals like you and me can learn how to navigate our emotions and why it's so important to learn this and focus on it right now. In video number 1, we talked about your brain's tendencies and how it is wired to focus on negative events. That gets in your way of being able to do your best work at work and then fully detach when you get home. Understanding this basic principle of how your brain works will help you understand what strategies are most likely to work for you and what things you need to focus on to give yourself the greatest success. So if you haven't seen video 1, I suggest you go back and watch that now and then come back and join us here. Today I'm going to share the number 1 thing you need to master if you want to learn how to navigate your emotions. Think of this as the first step toward gaining control of your life. We're also going to explore how to identify the stories behind your emotions, and once you understand this, you'll be able to see the effect that the stories your brain makes up have on your mood and your behavior. The goal is to break you free of feeling frustrated and often resentful of others, and to step into your own power to create and craft a life you love. For any pet professional who's trying to find emotional harmony, it's inevitable that you're going to hit some roadblocks along the way. It's likely that you've experienced some already, like the heartbreaking stories of situations you just can't fix, or having your good mood torpedoed by somebody else's bad mood, finding yourself stretched too thin and too tight of resources, or feeling that ever-present tendency of people-pleasing and putting other people's needs above your own. Well, here's what I know to be true. That's normal. But if you accept normal to be inevitable, you'll never find true peace and contentment. I know where you're coming from. I get that some of these things feel like they're out of your hands. It's frustrating to come up against the same situations over and over. I've been there myself, and I've seen so many pet professionals stuck in that same cycle. And it's especially stressful because you know that getting past these challenges is the key to feeling like yourself again. So in this video, we're going after the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to share some simple strategies, and we're going to go for quick wins, which will save you lots of time and frustration. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. It's easy to pretend that using positivity to understand and process emotions is just pretending, acting like things are better than they really are. This is a dangerous assumption to make, and I don't want you falling into this trap. Many of us have felt this way in the past, myself included. Coming up, I'll explain how to move beyond the surface level of just slapping a smile on and pretending everything's okay, which doesn't work, we all know it, to doing the deeper work of rewiring the neural circuits to take more control of your life. So let's dive in. Change is hard. We all know that. People often struggle to make permanent change. That's why there are so many magazines and websites that have, headlines that say 5 easy strategies for doing this. Lose 10 pounds in 5 days. People struggle with making change. And here's the deal. One-size-fits-all solutions don't work. They never have, and they never will. So good news! You aren't crazy or a failure or inept if you've tried some of those strategies and they didn't work for you. That advice wasn't right for you. It wasn't right for your life. It worked for other people. Yay! But you and your life are different and have different needs. In the last video, we talked about your brain's negativity bias and how you're wired to focus on potential problems. And we also talked about the factors that affect your happiness level. 40% of those factors are under your control. Leaning into that 40% is where your power is. Your intentional thoughts, feelings, and actions affect your overall happiness. So, quick recap. Negative emotions narrow and focus your attention. They help you identify problems and encourage you to take action toward them. But they also diminish your ability to think creatively, to be cooperative with others, to see the nuances of situations. When you're in a negative emotional state, you're not as smart. Your brain's negativity bias works against your happiness. Your brain is wired to make up stories to explain what's happening. But here's the trick. Your brain doesn't care if the story is true, only that it fits the facts. And because your brain is wired for negativity, what happens is you often make up stories that make you feel terrible. The stories feel true, but are they true? If you were in a better mood, what story would your brain make up? If you could learn to shift your emotions in a positive direction deliberately, how would that change your perspective? What impact would that have? Being in tune with your emotions, understanding their purposes and their biases, and being able to shift yourself deliberately into a more positive emotional state, that is a superpower worth cultivating. That is how you can learn to set yourself up for success. And it requires a little experimentation, a willingness to dabble and explore. There are layers to this work. You will be teaching yourself to be aware of your emotional state in real time and also using reflection to go back and learn from your experiences to discover the underlying stories and messages that your brain is attaching to them. So how can we do that? How do you find the things that help you bounce back better, to move beyond fine, to actually feeling good, to going north of neutral? Today, I've got 3 exercises for you to try with specific questions tailored for each. There's a download associated with this video, so make sure you grab that. And we're going to have 3 activities that we're going to try. There will be the mindful walk, gratitude in action, and journaling. Science shows these 3 activities work for a lot of people. We're going to find out if they work for you. Walking outside puts your brain in its happy place. Brains are designed to solve problems related to survival in an outdoor environment in nearly constant motion. Getting your body moving helps your brain function better. Looking for things to be grateful for rewires neural pathways. Your brain's negativity bias makes it easy for you to notice the things that are going wrong. But by being deliberate and looking for things that are going right, you are teaching your brain what to focus on. You are retraining it. Every time you do this, you strengthen the neural pathways for good connections that help you lean into the good parts of life. Savor them, appreciate them, and build on them so that you can have more of them in the future. And the journaling? Well, humans are a verbal species. Even when you're not talking, your brain is forming so many thoughts that have words associated with them. Study after study has shown that writing about your experiences and your thoughts and feelings gives you a little bit of emotional distance from them so that you can look at new perspectives and find new ways of solving common problems. This helps you make good choices about what your best next steps will be. One of my clients, Jessica, has combined these 3 activities into a simple morning routine. Every morning she walks her dogs, and while she's walking them, she thinks of 3 things from the past 24 hours that she's grateful for. When she gets home, she makes a cup of coffee, grabs her journal, and writes down her 3 things. She describes each one in detail, noting specifically what she appreciates about it. Jessica says this simple change to her morning routine, adding the gratitudes and journaling to her morning walk, has really helped her shift her perspective. It's made her more patient with herself, with her kids, with her colleagues, and with her clients. That's a win, and it only adds a few minutes to her day. Over the next 3 days, try at least one of these activities. These are just a starting point. They're an opportunity for you to gather data. I'm encouraging you to take action now. Make the decision to become more curious about what supports you. Even if the activities don't work, they don't make you feel better, you'll have more information. You'll know more about yourself. Now you have some knowledge about how the brain works and why it can feel hard to feel calm and content. You have a bit more information about some specific practices that may or may not work for you, so that you can use that information to custom tailor future experiments to find the practices that truly support you. And you've got a series of questions in handouts 1 and 2 that are designed to spark deeper thinking so that you can learn more about yourself. As I said before, this is really a superpower. Being in tune with your emotions, understanding their purpose and their biases, and knowing how to shift your emotional state when you feel the need to do so, it's incredibly powerful. And I want that for you. You are the expert on you. Are you ready to learn more about what makes you tick, what lights you up, what moves you forward? Are you willing to commit to change? Let's do a quick review of what we've covered today. First, I'm encouraging you to step into the role as the expert of your own life. Own that. Then we discuss the roles that positive and negative emotions play in your life. You can use what you learned here today to understand why you can be prone to negative thoughts and being really hard on yourself. Plus, I've offered 3 experiments for you to run. Remember, there's a PDF to support your learning, so be sure to grab that. There's a lot here. So I'm encouraging you to dive in and take action. I want you to learn about you. Speaking of action, before we go today, leave me a comment below the video. Understanding why you are prone to negative thoughts and being hard on yourself will absolutely help you have less stress at work and help you bring less stress home from work. So tell me, what will life look like a year from now if you have learned to notice, name, and navigate your emotions in real time? Get clear on the impact that it'll have on your life and on the lives of your family, your friends, the people you care about, and the animals you serve. Let me know in the comments below. If you found the video helpful, please share it on Facebook, Twitter, or sending it to a friend. In the next video, I'm going to show you the entire framework so that you can examine and reframe your thoughts for greater productivity and more peace of mind. It builds on everything we talked about today. And most important, it outlines everything from common reasons you get stuck to giving you tools you can use in real time to help you find new solutions to your challenges. I believe video 3 is the most valuable in the whole mini workshop. You'll walk away with so much clarity about how everything fits together, and you'll see what areas are most important for you to focus on to start making the changes that matter. So if you're just getting started, this will give you a path to run on, to learn to examine and reframe your thoughts for greater productivity and peace of mind. And if you're someone who's tried a lot of things that haven't worked as well as you hoped, you will identify some specific steps that you can take right now to maximize the progress you are making. Plus, You'll learn to see some of the obstacles that are in your way, figure out what's holding you back. Once you see an obstacle clearly, it's so much easier to get around. The next video is all about equipping you for long-term success and giving you the big picture strategy for making the progress you're after. But for now, I'll leave you with this. Just by learning what we've covered today, you are one step closer to your ultimate goal. You want to serve the animals in your community, but you and I both know it's deeper than that. By making these changes, you'll have the time and energy to show up for your family, your friends, and your own pets in the way that you want to. And you'll be living in alignment with your deepest values. And that's what really matters. So take what you've learned here today and start putting it into practice. The key is to get moving. Clarity comes from action. These small steps will start you on the path to where you want to be. Next up, I'll share the resilience framework, which will help you do difficult work without burning yourself out. I can't wait to see what a difference it will make for you. See you in the next video.